Wub wub, this is my intro. Wub wub. Welcome back, Guardians, to another Destiny 2 video. In this video, I wanted to talk about the new exotic SMG and the new gameplay, new game mode called Countdown in Crucible. And before we get into it, this footage you're about to see is not mine. It is Luckyy and Buttwipe. They allowed people to use it in any fashion they want as long as they were credited. So in the video description, you'll find links to their channels, their Twitch, their YouTube, their Twitter. Go and follow them because they're awesome for allowing people to be able to use this gameplay to share Destiny 2 with you. But let's get into it. If you're excited for exotic SMGs, specifically this one called the Riskrunner, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Check out all my Destiny 2 content from the live stream reveal and any future content that will appear right now in the next couple of days. And also check out my twitch.tv live stream where I'll be live streaming Destiny and Destiny 2 in the future and the Destiny 2 beta. It's in the video description too. Let's get into this. The Riskrunner submachine gun. This is an arc damaged elemental weapon that goes in your quote-unquote secondary slot, or your secondary primary slot as it is now, and it has some amazing perks on it. It has arc conductor. Taking arc damage increases weapon power, so getting shot by something that does arc damage, let's just say it's a scout rifle with arc damage, that will hit you and power up this weapon and make it stronger to use. Same with arc abilities from other PvP players, and on top of that, obviously PvE enemies that do arc damage to you, like Scions. When you get hit with that, you will increase your weapon power, which is insane. And the second perk, when arc conductor is active, the perk that we just spoke about, shots fired have the chance to become chain lightning and return ammo. So basically kind of like the Zalo supercell when you proc the arc conductor. There's a new thing on here that reads rounds per minute. It shows you the rounds per minute this weapon fires, and it's 750 rounds per minute. A magazine size is 40, and you can see the new handling, stability, range, impact layout right there. Actually pretty awesome. I'm excited about the way they're doing weapons now. With weapon mods, how are things going to change? Who knows? But this exotic submachine gun is incredible, and we're going to see some gameplay of it right now.
Only 1 minute left. Charge set. Now hold the
So as you can see in here, this weapon just looks and sounds ferocious. I love this sound of this weapon. Of all the weapons that I've been seeing for the Destiny 2 reveal and all the gameplay that people have been putting up, the guns sound incredible. The surroundings sound really good, and sound immerses you into a game, so I'm really excited about that. I like the look of the Riskrunner, and I love the fact that it doesn't just absolutely instantly kill people. Thinking about an SMG close range, I would feel they would absolutely dominate, much like sidearms do. Like, it wouldn't take that much to actually kill somebody, and from right next to somebody from like nose range, I can imagine that it would be. From a distance like what we just saw, it seems like a very balanced weapon, and the perks really don't come into play when it is PvP, in my opinion, at least in this footage anyway. I could see it being extremely useful in strikes and nightfalls and such things that have arc damage, and you're going to be facing enemies with arc damage. I feel like this is a great weapon that they have built. I'm excited for it. Now I'm going to show you some other weapons as well, just in terms of clips and such things, but I wanted to talk about Countdown and what that is. It's a new 4v4 game mode, and if you did not know, PvP Crucible now is all 4v4 across the board for everything, and I think that includes trials as well. So most teams now, well, all teams now, will be 4-man teams instead of 6-man teams, making the game probably a little bit more competitive. There's not an oversaturation of players, and games just seem and look a little bit more intense. But the problem I have with it is that it looks a little bit slowed down, which Destiny doesn't really need. But I'm watching it. I'm not actually playing it. It could play completely different, and I assume that it does because I haven't heard anyone talk about how the gameplay seems slower. And even watching this footage, even though people are dying, they can still be revived. So it really makes me think that they've found a really nice balance in Crucible. And of course, 4v4 game modes, I feel, will have less laggers, less yellow bars, less red bars, and things of that nature. So I feel like bringing it to 4v4 is an awesome idea. And then we have Countdown, this new game mode, and basically what this is search and destroy. If you ever play Call of Duty and such things, it's search and destroy. One team has the bomb, you have to go and plant the bomb, and the other team have to wipe out the team and defuse that bomb. In the case like Call of Duty and such things, once you kill someone, they're out of the game. But in Destiny, it seems like you can revive your teammates after a 10-second period. I don't know whether that period will gain extra seconds every time that person dies again, or maybe they can only be revived once. But I do like the idea of not endless revives like there is in Trials, because that just makes people keep on reviving and keep the game going longer than it needs to go. And now the game mode seems more competitive. And on top of that, reviving and opening ammo boxes have a new mechanic. If you are reviving someone or opening an ammo box and someone shoots you, even if it's just one bullet, it will cancel the revive or opening the ammo box and you have to restart it up. So even if you try to revive someone, there's a massive risk reward there. You risk a massive chance of you dying, or at least wasting more time than you need to waste. The reward is that you get your teammate up and you have extra power on the battlefield. So, you know, I feel like Crucible is in a nice place, at least in this beta. Who knows what it's going to play like and what the connections are going to be like, because I believe that there is not going to be any dedicated servers, so we could deal with the same lag issues. But I'm happy that it's 4v4, so there's less chance of laggers in your lobby. If you have an extra 4 people running around, 2 on each team, those extra 4 people could be all the red bars, meaning that when you join a 4v4 game, you might get all good connections and everything is running great. I do want to add just onto this video that consoles are locked at 30 frames per second. Everyone was hoping that it would be 60 frames per second, but it is not. It is locked at 30 frames per second, at least for right now. Who knows, with future hardware, the Xbox Scorpio and such things, what could change or happen in the near future. But right now, as far as we know, 30 frames per second is the locked frame rate for consoles. I don't have an issue with this. Everyone's screaming for 60 frames per second and that it should be a thing. And while I kind of agree as well, Destiny has been 30 frames per second, so I'm not going to, you know, see any difference in my Destiny gameplay. You know, I played at 30 frames per second. I'll continue to play at 30 frames per second. So, you know, just a little bit of information there, guys. A little bit of news, a little bit of updates about Crucible and PvP, and showing off this awesome weapon and a new game mode. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Hit that like button. Let's get this video out to as many people as possible. Massive shout outs to Luckyy and Buttwipe for sharing this footage. Check out their links in the video description. Subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you for watching. I've been easy now and you guys have been awesome.